This is Maria, inspiring human potential, inner growth content creator, and podcast host. In today's IHP weekly roundup for your Monday motivation, we have 3 major takeaways from last week's podcast episodes and blog posts. Number 1, be you. And to be you means that you get to lightness, focus on lightness at heart and mind in your everyday. That practice is important, otherwise you're not going to enable the full expression of you because you'll be too focused on being in a different place, emotionally speaking. It's either light or it's heavy. Lightness is a choice. Neutrality supports you when the heavy comes around. And being you is also about what type of human do you want to be. Do you want to be a loving human being? Do you want to be a human being that expresses something different? At the end of the day, it feels good to be loving, not because of the whole good-bad divide. It's because you're allowing the expression of you to come forth. And when there's something that is constricting, so those conflicts, those non-flowing things, instead of engaging in them, because that's where it's not you being you, you're engaging based on certain feelings. Now, if you have a loving, supportive person, people, group thing going on, then they will start responding with love and allow you to walk through those emotions with them. But typically, conflict happens. This leads us to takeaway 2. We talked last week about how important it is for us to adjust our habits to save our planet, but also to talk about these topics with in mind that habits are very personal. And when we take things to the extreme, it doesn't really lead to moving beyond. And in fact, that's exactly why we're probably still at a stalemate with topics such as agricultural farming. And it's something that I recently discovered is not being voiced and talked about. And essentially, animal farming is what is causing a very big portion of the environmental disruption, destroying that we have. It's not the human solely. This documentary I watched shows very clearly how what we are already doing for those who are actively conscious is nothing compared to what we need to also start doing with this very important topic of animal farming, which is not being discussed because it leads to various extremes. So let us adjust habits, 1, with our planet in mind, but 2, also get informed on topics, and then to 3, talk about them with love and neutrality and respect. And remember, our primary focus should be being able to live. So oxygen, water, if those go away, doesn't matter how we can argue. So think about it. And for anyone who doesn't know what we're talking about, you can go to the podcast. Last week's episode is the 31st or 30th. I forget the exact title, but you'll find it. It's very clear that I'm talking about a very important topic. 3rd takeaway is to remember that your emotions matter big time, and that you always want to take time for that love of self, to sit with your emotions in a way that expands you, in a way that rises your person to the next place, is where you're sitting with unconditional love and neutrality with yourself. It's not about other people, and it is not about staying in duality. It is about you moving beyond duality. In neutrality, you explore those emotions with unconditional love. You allow your person to bring to you the things that you know you're seeking. And when it comes to other people, you accept who they are, how they are. And if there are situations that involve life, this is where you get to choose. Do you believe life is on your side? Do you believe it's not? And by belief, really going through that inner exploration, realizing that the unknown elements of life is always unknown to the consciousness of a human mind. And we always have minds, and the emotions are connected. The heart's connected to the mind. That's why with that inner growth mindset and journey, you bring mind, heart to flow, the body, you stay in flow. And when those emotions that are not in flow come, you know that's the opportunity for inner growth. Looking forward to being back next week with the next weekly roundup, and to hear from all of you. You can find my email in the About section on the blog, the website. So just feel free to reach out. And anybody who has never tuned into the podcast or the blogs, reach out. Again, we look forward to hearing from you. Bye, guys.